You got a cute little baby there, huh? Look at you. Oh, it's okay. Isn't it scary? You want a treat? A little treat? Say, Jax. Here's a little treat. Oh, your tail's going a million miles an hour. Sure. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, you like those? Yeah. You are 2.7 pounds.
Oh my goodness.
Very good.
Let's see.
So you've had him about 3 weeks or so now?
Yeah.
He's doing good?
Yeah.
Do you have any other pets?
No.
How's the house training going? He's just a baby.
He's doing pretty good.
It's tough and it's cold outside.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Look here, Jax. Would you like some cheese? Oh yeah, we're gonna hide this dewormer in here.
So you're going to give them a general dewormer, so hookworms, roundworms, whipworms, and tapeworms.
Okay.
They always do that twice when they're little, and we'll check a stool sample too.
Good job. Oh my goodness.
Your heart sounds good. That's good. Let me look at your belly button. See if I see anything. I do. See a little bubble on his belly here? He's got a little. Okay, buddy. Okay. This little belly button is just where the umbilical cord attached didn't quite close all the way, so there's a little hole there, and a little from inside his belly, a little fat pooches out from the abdomen, and it goes back in. I just touch it, it goes back in and out. As he grows up, it might close up and be no problem, but if he's going to get neutered during that surgery, we should put a stitch in there and close that, repair that, because if something vital, like a blood vessel or his intestines or his piece of his spleen or something went through that hole and got trapped, then you can have a lot of pain and problems.
Okay.
So.
Oh my goodness, that's a big treat for you.
Oh, you're going to take it and run. Let's see if we can take a closer look. Drainage, just natural tear drainage down their face.
Yeah.
And it's just the pH stains the hairs.
Okay.
So when he's due for it's a good time to get him in to see the groomers and get his first little haircut, and he'll just stand on the table and they may trim a little bit around his face just to make him used to it.
Yeah.
One of the things you can do is they will take the scissors and they will lay them right up against his eye here, and they snip, 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 and get it really close. That makes it easier to clean it.
Yeah.
But if you take something like this and you just touch his face with it and you come around his head, so he's gotten used to people touching him, not with their fingers but with something else.
Okay.
And so he'll be more desensitized to it.
Okay.
And part of what we're doing here is just trying to distract him, but also desensitizing him to the vet, because it's getting up on a table and having trying to light in your eyes, touching you and squeezing you in different ways is it's unusual. So while he's young, you can condition him to all those things. Get him to where he'll let you touch his feet. You know, sometimes they're very sensitive about their toenails. If I just touch those toenails and then give him a little cheese, you know, that'll make it easier for his grooming and stuff too.
Okay. Yeah.
So we got a couple vaccines to do. You need the tiny needles. Put the baby needles on for you.
Yeah.
And get some more cheese. Goes around, coats his nose and protects him there, and then he'll probably sneeze it back at me, but it'll stimulate an immune response to protect him from that cough.
Okay.
Dribble in your nose, huh?
Good
You're
job.
good. You eat the cheese. I'm come around behind you. And we're gonna take a little stool sample and check him for worms. He looks very healthy.
I'm just going to go over a little puppy talk and give you some goodies.
Okay.
There's going to be lots of information. If you have any questions, just stop and ask me.
Okay.
So, first, I made a little report card here for you today. Our fecal was negative. This just tells you everything we did today and a little bit of information about his fear that he has with us here. So he was only a 1 out of 5. That is completely normal when they come in here, but it gives you some options like day camp or just coming in and just doing a socialized visit just so you can get treats and the vet isn't such a scary place.
Okay.
Alright. And then we have this here. So this is basically just a layout of the different vaccines he can get at different ages. So since he's 11 weeks old today, we did the distemper parvo, the bordetella, and the flu. And we took our first fecal sample and we dewormed. So at our next visit, we will booster that distemper parvo and booster the flu, and then we can start a couple others such as the lepto and Lyme. I would recommend holding off on the rabies since he's such a tiny baby. But when he gets that 16 weeks, it will be his last set of puppy boosters. So we can do it then, or we can set it aside depending on how big he is and how he handles his vaccines.
Okay.
This is a little bit of information about spaying and neutering, so it just tells you the surgical procedure itself. It tells you that he'll be under anesthesia the whole time we do monitor him, and explains that it's like a sterile procedure.
Okay.
And then here is some little puppy tips about dental care, nutrition, fleas and ticks, all kinds of quick little tidbits. And these are some household hazards, so we always recommend to stay away from table food. But if he was to get any, definitely want to stay away from these, such as chocolate, grapes, raisins, milk, those types of things. So it's a good thing to keep on your refrigerator.
Yeah.
This is some more information about house training and crate training. Gives you some tips on that. And then lastly here is some myths about fleas and ticks. So we want to keep them on a flea and tick preventative year round.
I know there's a pill for the flea and ticks. I know, but I know he's probably too little.
Yes.
Right.
So I actually have here our samples. So we always start them off on the front line for fleas and ticks because it does say starting from 5 to 22 pounds. But it's safe for him even though he's smaller. And this is a topical treatment, so just go on the back of his neck. We keep them on this until they're pretty much fully grown, because then we recommend a 3-month peel, so it's Brevecto. And we don't recommend that while they're smaller because they can grow out of their weight range before even that 3 months is over. So we always recommend doing that. And then the other thing that we're giving you today is a heartworm preventative. So it's just a tiny little pill in here. It's just a big box. So he'll get one of these. It's a little chewable treat. This is for heartworm preventative as well as intestinal parasites such as silkworms, roundworms, that kind of thing. So we want to keep them on this once a month all year round. Right. And this is a brochure about that heart guard. The other preventative that we have here is called Novogard. They're both wonderful products. The Novogard is a little more broad spectrum, so it's one that I always recommend. So whichever works best for him, honestly. But it just tells you what it does and some more information about that. Great. So I know that was a lot. Do you have any questions?
So it's okay for me to give him the heart
guard and the front line. Yep.
Okay.
So he can have that today.
Okay.
Yep. And then I have a free sample of puppy food here for you as well. So Heels is just a great quality food that we offer here. And we definitely want to keep him on a high quality puppy food until he's close to a year old. And then we always recommend the big 3, which is Heels, Royal Canin, and Purina. But we always talk about the high quality Purina, Purina 1 is the best option. And then I have a little toothbrush here for you. It's definitely important to stay ahead of dental disease, especially with these little guys tend to get really bad dental disease. So you can make it a fun little game. They have all different flavored toothpaste and things like that. Even just with your finger helps. It also desensitizes him to, you know, touching on his face, doing different things with him. But we do recommend this so we don't have to get dentals as often. And then I just have a little slip lead here for you in case you ever need to take him out real quick, and it has a phone number on it. Alright, I believe that is everything. I'll stick this all back in here. So we'll be due for our boosters within 2 to 4 weeks. We recommend about 3 weeks for that. And then he'll have to come 2 times. So yeah, 2 more times after this. So after he's 16 weeks old. And then we can talk about neutering then as well.
Do you have anything to say? Thanks.
One to have to help fix a little one up and help. Huh? And I don't need any help for this one. Okay? I don't need help for this one. You could think of fartlek, but you couldn't think of intervals?
Because I don't do intervals, I do fartleks.
Okay.
Dr. Smith, that's not how you do it.
Who decides how you do it?